Hello grade 4s, welcome back to another music lesson focusing on the Tum T rhythm. We've been doing this since the beginning of this term and we will keep doing it for the next 2 lessons because if you can catch on to this rhythm, then a lot of other rhythms will be easier. So some of you have been able to catch on really well, and I think it's just because of practice. It's important for you to listen to the way that I'm playing it and try to play along with me to see whether maybe you're holding the tum too long or holding the T too long. So we're gonna do The Emperor, which is another piece that has a tum T rhythm right at the beginning of the piece, and then again in our second line. And then we will work through the rhythm slowly and play through these 3 lines together as usual. So let's first start with the rhythm of line 1. If this is our beat, 4 beats in each measure. So the first measure will go tum T. Again, tum T. Try and clap or tap your leg along with me as you say it. Tum T. Again, tum T. Do it by yourself. Okay. Now the rest is quite easy because it's just quarter notes and eighth notes. Let's read the whole of line 1 together. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Tum T ta 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 ti ti ta ta ta. Okay. Now if we were to play, this is what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, and go. Okay, so we have a really high E here. That means you'll need to pinch your thumb, hold E as usual, but pinch your thumb so there's a little bit of space left. Open. It has to be left open. So instead of, we'll play. So you're kind of going to squeak, but not really. It'll be a clean sound just because you've left a little bit of air to pass through this hole behind here where your thumb is supposed to cover. Okay, let me show you one more time. So you just pinch halfway. Okay, just leave half the hole open. So that measure 3, goes let's try even slower. Slower than that. One more time. Okay, so high E is going to probably be your most challenging note because you'll need to make sure that you leave that space open in good time. You'll also need to pay attention to your F sharp that you'll need to jump down to after the A. A, F sharp, G. A, F sharp, G. So let's try line 1 together very slowly, playing according to the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, and go. Okay, line 2. Make sure your quarter notes follow the beat. If you want to know whether you're playing your quarter notes correctly, they will land straight on the beat. And then your eighth notes will have the first note on the beat, the second note in between. So it'll go T, 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 right? Then your half note will go ta, ah. It'll hold out for 2 beats. Line 2, let's read the rhythm. 1, 2, say the ta sounds with me. Ta, 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 Ti ti ta tum ti ta 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 ta. Let's try and play measure 1 together. 3 and go. Now, if you're really following the quarter note beat, then you'll have enough time to even read ahead if you're reading this for the first time. So let's try. Last time. Okay, measure 2. We have our half note, high D, and then down to our tum T rhythm. Let's try. 3 and go. Again. So you have enough time in this line to really pay attention to your notes, which is why I'm not showing you every single note, because you can sight read for yourself by now. Let's do this second line, beginning to end. 3 and go. All right, let's do it again. This rhythm can be a bit tricky, so you'll have to be paying attention. If you can't, try and keep your foot tapping like I'm doing so you can get a sense of where the beat is. 1, go. Now, line 3 looks a lot like the end of line 1 because we have, do you remember that? Again. Let's slow it down. And then the line follows the way line 2 starts. So let's do that. We played it before. And the final measure is 1 note. For 2 beats, just G. Okay? So as you can see, line 1 and a little bit of line 2 are what is repeated at the end of the piece. So if you learn the first part of the piece really well, you'll be good to go for the rest of the piece. So let's play beginning to end at a steady pace. If you feel like it's too fast, you're going to need to pause the video, try it for yourself, and then come back and see if you can play with me. 1, 2, 3, and go. Okay, it's a really nice melody. It sounds very majestic and royal, following along with its title. So make sure you are practicing. Take it nice and slow at a pace that's comfortable for you, but your goal is to play it at the pace that I just played it at. Okay, so make sure you're practicing in the Leafy Treetops and the Emperor, because they will come up in your end of term exam. All right, see you next week.